sloppy ass, bum ass player. Another mashing idiot. Slop ass player. Trash ass stream sniper. I'm not going to show you a match on screen, you dumbass. I know you watch my stream. I'm not going to play the guy. I'm going to just block him. That's just what they were saying. It was like, I wouldn't even have took that as something negative. If somebody's like, oh, he looked like a handsome lion, I'd be like, I guess it's the best thing. All right.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plant.
Anthony Mackie ruling Altered Carbon. I mean, put it like this: Anthony Mackie is one of the luckiest actors of all time. He makes trash movies, but he happened to get into the Marvel universe. And I don't even mean it's disrespectful. It's just he just doesn't make good films. Oh, yeah. This player's so bad. Here we go again. Remember when they had Anthony Mackie playing Tupac? Man, it's stove life, nigga. I'm like, man, come on, bro. Just the clip is just, you gotta go watch it. I'm Tupac. Yeah? Oh! I mean, if you want to be, I mean... Oh, yeah. Bro, these people don't know what the fuck. They just doing whatever they think might work. Look at this shit. This dude's just freestyling. No calculated play. Just freestyling and panicking. Bro, like, Anthony Mackie is the luckiest black actor of all time. Even in Pain and Gain, like, why was he in Pain and Gain? Unswole black. Everybody got swole for the role but you. I knew it.
Fucking wait. Yo. Let's do it.
That's what we doing in Usha? Just trash. Just complete garbage. Just trash. Burnt out for an easy mode combo.
Hold on, bro.
This dude's still trying to play. My God. Man, this is... People online are so... Man, I'm gonna beat this dude in blocking. Bloop.
Boom.
Bloop. This game is a joke, bro.
Yet you still play it.
This shit a lot. You ain't about to pull off a dub of you. It'll take me forever to get master in this game with this bitch. She's already a bad character.
I'm fucking dead.
So we got another stepdaddy Reed coming up.
I'll sweat him, yeah. Yellow. Yellow.
Why you need check kills in fighting games?
Oh,
How
yeah.
I lost to this brother without
Yeah. Yellow.
This shit got literal this shit got literal scrubs beating me. Like literal trash scrubs beating me at a fighting game. Oh man.
No, look, you just asked.
Let me just wake up with a target count. I'm gonna just wake up with 4 fears. Lost a rhino. Sloppy screw. Bloop. Bloop. Bloop.
Bit. Yellow. Yellow.
Alright, do the 4 fear shit, dumbass. Dude can't even finish the combo he started in a remedial game. Trash, man. It is mashing ass. 2 rounds to a garbage player. 3 5 6. Even though I'm only 0.1%, but still. Eventually I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
A modern Honda. Bloop. I'm done. Nigga just did random drive impact twice. I'm done.
Yellow.
I'm done with the game.
Yellow.
Scholarship for the 29. Yeah, I'm not playing a nigga on Mario.
Yellow.
I'm done.
Yeah.
How many modern players have I played today? Like, too many. And they're doing it on purpose, so I'm not good entertained.
Play the game before you buy the game by joining GameFly. That's right, you can play the entire game before you buy it. Or choose not to buy it. We're not here to pressure you. For PS5, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, it's not a demo. Demos are weak sauce. Demos are for casuals. It's the whole game. Just sign up for GameFly. Yes, GameFly is still a thing. And yes, you should get GameFly again. GameFly, the legendary name in video game rentals. Literally the only company still delivering video games to your door. GameFly, yes, the ones with those crazy commercials. That GameFly. Get GameFly so that you can play the whole game before you buy it. Can we swear? Members can use the simple Keep button to buy most games at a discount. Then they mail you the original case and your next rental. Every new AAA console game, GameFly has it. Sign up. Tell us the games you want to rent, and then you get to play the whole game. All of it. The whole shebang. Big and small. The most of the most. The entire cake. Not just a slice. All the stuff.
Hello, YouTube fam. How you doing? It's the Uncle Tim. It's Uncle Tim Ranting Review, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Sometimes I don't think people see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is not exactly what you see. It's everything that you don't see. Nurses quit. Teachers quit. Mechanics are quit. Pilots are quit. Then you have a situation that you thought you would never see. Pepsi has a thing that they're trying to roll out. Self-driving trucks. These trucks, as we all know, don't need to sleep, don't need a break, don't need to get paid. They can roll 24/7. And this is the future. This is the future, AI. And, this is what some of these data centers are used for. You got this AI that's about to replace the drivers. So a lot of these big trucking companies are talking about getting rid of some of their drivers. So you got a lot of truck drivers who got their loads cut and everything like that, sitting here contemplating how they're going to pay their bills. See, the thing is, nobody ever pays attention to the little things. This is not just the little thing, this is the big thing. When you start cutting pay, when you start cutting the loads, when, those docks, the workers are not there because there's no freight coming in, in an amount the way you used to come in. So some of those people got laid off. So you're looking at it right now. It used to be a safe bet if, you didn't have anything else going. You could do Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, those grocery delivery things. Yeah, you could do those. But now Uber and Lyft, they're looking at those Waymos, and they're training here in Chicago. The drivers are training them on the route. They're training the AI, to know what to see, what not to see, how to maneuver in the streets of Chicago. So I want you to think about this. Now, you're about to get rid of the Lyft and the Uber side, right? All of these consultants.
Today is why we wear the uniform. This is a global operation.
LAPD has agreed to help the FBI track down terrorist targets.
I'll do my best. But don't do your best. Do my best.
We're looking for adults 45 and under to be in our HPV vaccination net. Sound like you?
Not me. In a relationship.
If you're sexually active and unvaccinated, it could still be you.
I'm too old.
If you're under 45, you're not. For most people, HPV.
Absolutely. With all of these people being cut, laid off, who has any money? And I know y'all keep saying that not everybody out here struggling. No, they're not. But I noticed a lot of people have cut back. I've been talking to a lot of people who have been cut back. Dude, I don't want to talk about this. See, that's the thing that we're not looking at. When you see nurses start getting cut at the hospital because those did a deep dive into the billing cycle and realized the bills were full of just garbage. So they're delaying the payments. And they're not paying this to you. Because, again, they were gouging company. Now all of a sudden, shit is real right now. So I'm waiting on them to actually do this with the actual healthcare system. When I say the healthcare system, we are gouged a lot for our prescriptions and everything. It gets big. I want you to understand, when I sit here sometimes, I'm not just talking. I'm talking to you about real things. When you see nurses leaving hospitals because they no longer have a job, or, their hours being cut, they go over to the nursing homes and start taking a job from the CNA, this is something that you need to be looking at. and jobs are starting to get cut, things getting phased out, we need to be looking at what can we do out here for a side hustle? All the side hustles, they're being taken off the list, the Uber, all of this stuff. Even when, cops move like, with security at other places, that's being phased out. It's crazy. It's crazy how all this stuff is being done. Used to be you can work an under-table job, you just cash because, it's just what you needed. Those are far in between. There's no more temp jobs. Dude, that I know of. There's no more temp services. Where I used to work at, there used to be tons of temps. There's no more. Because they don't need temps. They need warm bodies. They need people to fill those seats. And I'm going to tell you, whether you trained or not, they just want you to fill seats. The thing that none of us is looking at, this picture, this scenario that, we've been playing over and over in our head, saying that things going to get better, all we have to do is sit here and scream kumbaya. No, that's not it. It's real out here. It had got real a long time ago. When I was talking to you about all the things that we need to work on as a society, as a group of people, as individuals, bro, nobody listening to that. People just looked at it and said, hey, let that go in one ear after the other. He's just running his mouth. Just let him have his little time. Bro, I'm going to tell you this. As you're looking at it, you're being outdone. And you say, you being outdone? What the hell does that mean, though? You got grown people taking kids' jobs. Like I told you, summer jobs used to be for kids. Now you got adults in summer jobs. Bro, I'm trying to figure that one out. How did that work? Now you got adults working at McDonald's, Burger King, the fast food places that, 9 times out of 10, people wouldn't have worked. Grown people wouldn't have worked, they'd be looking at. Even the car wash, grown people wouldn't work. A lot of the young people were working at the car wash. Now you got everybody doing some of everything because everybody needs a check. They need to pay the bills. Bro, it got real a long time ago. It was real way before. But the thing that made this even better, and I think a lot of people don't understand, is one person. It's a big thing that a lot of people don't see. You want to know what it is? We are all going. Everybody is feeling. See, before, everybody wasn't feeling. See, it was just certain people feeling. You had, the poor, the working poor, the working poor, the working class. They were feeling. They were feeling it real bad. And nobody, thought about trying to lend any help or tell them, oh, it's going to get better, we can do this. It used to be where you used to bootleg, out your apartment, or out your back door, sell candy, hot chips with, cheese on it and stuff like that. Or sometimes you were selling beer and cigarettes. Shit, it was what it was. But that has all been phased out. Why? Because Uncle Sam stops all that unless they get in the cut of it. And see, the thing is, and I'm going to say allegedly because one of the things you got to look at, taxation.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal. 2 delicious wake-up wraps.
You okay as long as I can tax you on whatever it is that you're doing. If I can't tax you, you're not okay. We're going to have some problems. We're going to have some issues. So we got to find a way to bypass these issues and bypass these problems. I look at it every day and I want to talk to you about it. We are experiencing, some of the worst inflation that we have ever had. Gas prices are ridiculous. They surpassed the gas, shortfall of what, 2009? The housing prices, we surpassed that. Recession, we're talking about a recession. Remember, this is a depression. And people are depressed on top of it. Suicides are up. People committing themselves into psych wards is up because, dude, and on top of that, I think a lot of people don't understand. You can ask for a 24-hour week, A lot of people are doing that when they see that they might be put out on the street.
Good, Rich.
You can go and, they run this and see if they can, keep their place of their own, bro. There are rules to the game. And in this game, dude, everything's like, the bank don't give a damn if you pay or not pay. They're going to find a way to try to get it from you. If not, they're going to take the property. The way you can tell they're trying to take people's property, the property tax. Check your property tax. Check how much this stuff is going for. Your property tax, your bills. Your property tax is at damn near $20,000 a year, and you live on the south side of Chicago in a bad neighborhood, or you live on the north side in a bad area. There are bad areas every damn way, bro. And you pay $20,000 a year in property tax. You sitting there like, the hell? West side $20,000. Bro, they're raising property tax in a ridiculous amount. Your house is being flooded by all of this, natural disaster stuff. We're going over to other countries, aiding them. We need to be aiding people here, bro. People are just, like I said, they're giving up. Even after these holidays, people are like, man, I don't know if I could do this again because the prices. And I know, I talked to a lot of people today and they were telling me, man, there were fireworks like crazy around my house. They were just going off. I said, around my house, they weren't going off. I said, man, I guess people, going through some pocket fight. They're like, where you live? And I told them. And they're like, they still trying to figure out, like, how the hell, dude. I'm going to tell you something. I heard fireworks, like, the day of. And I heard it from, like, 5 on up. And I heard it a little bit the next day. I ain't heard none of that. I'm going to tell you. This is when you can tell shit is real. This is when you can tell people are really pacing things.
Damn.
Before, people were just crazy the years before. Like in May, they were popping fireworks every damn day. I mean, it was boom, boom. You see stuff fly. You like, damn, like, what they got out there? It's just lighting up the whole damn sky. You like, damn, like, now you're looking at this shit, man, and you like, man, like, what is going on? Now, the area I live in is not poor.
You lost.
That's the thing that I'm talking about. When you see the area that I live in, and it's not some high, high price area. It's nothing like that. I say that because when you don't see Christmas decorations, Easter decorations, when you used to see this stuff around here all the time. Like I told you, the older crowd left.
Damn you.
The crowd knew how to spend their money. And I think this young crowd don't know how to spend. And I think they're just, throwing money at everything. I understand you want to live, and I talked about it. I may sound hypocritical.
Guess what,
bitch? You gotta get out and you gotta experience this life. This life doesn't work for nobody, man. Like I told you. You look at me, I'm locked on that door, and you fly out somewhere and go for a while. Your body needs to relax. It needs to, sit down and be like, man, I was able to sit down for a little while and this and that, Oh, and on top of that, people just don't see what's truly going on. It's a plot out here to buy all these houses. And that's what they're doing. That's what Vanguard and Black
Fucking sweat.
bad up the home. They're tearing down the homes, either building luxury homes or condos or apartments. All three of them. I'm trying to figure out who's going to stay in the luxury homes because if you done phased out majority of the damn jobs in certain areas, I'm not talking about all over the country. I'm saying, not everybody lost their job. There's 350 million people in this country. There's about 300 million people probably still got jobs. 250, 275, 300,000. Shit, I don't know. But I'm going to say it just like this.
We've invited passionate soccer fans to push these vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams.
There's a lot of people who don't got jobs too. So you got to look at that. And it's not all in one place. It's spread out. And this is what I've been talking about to a lot of people. It's not all in one place. And people think, man, I looked around my area and I didn't see it. Man, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about a few people. the few key people, the people that keep shit running, like the bus drivers, and, your delivery men, and, all of these people, man. The cashiers, the waitresses, and all this other stuff that you don't see, that you really don't pay attention to. If everybody's struggling, then that's the question. What is really going on? Where's all the money? Now that everybody's talking about, creating their own and doing their own thing, why is everybody mad? If there's enough of people to actually pay for it. Dude, I don't understand. And this is what you gotta look at. In this area, there are, close businesses, things like that. You're gonna find it. You're gonna find it everywhere. North, west, south, east. Business is closed. Don't get me wrong. They could be doing really good, but you raise their rent to a point where it's not evening out, or you're not winning a little bit. Because if you're paying high rent, you should be making somewhere up here. And your rent should still be down here. Even though it's high, it should be down here. You should be up here somewhere. Anytime they try to raise the rent to the point where you're not making a profit, then they get mad, people leave. I'd rather have somebody in the space than nobody in the space. Dude, the guy was charging the guy at one point in time to run a business, restaurant. He was charging him $2,000 a month. Then all of a sudden he said, okay, the area's popping, you making a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and make a killing off your end. I'm going to raise it up to $3,000. And I know you're like, that ain't a lot of money if you think about it. No, it's not. Then the landlord got slick and tried to raise it up to $5,000. The guy closed the business, moved his equipment, found a place right across the street, and opened it right up. I was like, Bill, now you done lost all the money and your business is closed. How you gonna pay your damn mortgage on that place? See, like I said, people get greedy and they get ignorant. And this is how you always lose. Too many people out here trying to win, but not win correctly. Sometimes, man, you gotta sit back and look at the whole picture, the big picture, not just the little pieces that you see. Oh man, I'm just looking at a few things right here, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. No, you need to look at everything. Once you look at everything, you be like, I really don't like the way that is. I really don't like the way it's set. I don't like the way that's set. I want to change a few things. Brother. And I always say this, don't have all your eggs in one basket. It's okay to have money in the bank. It is. I said take out some where you can have some just in case. You need it. And I'm not talking about some weird thing that may happen, in this world. I'm talking about just in case you need to go get some gas for your car, and you're like, man, I ain't got no way to get, and I don't want to put my card in that, gas pump because, they got skimmers every damn where, man. So you getting hacked everywhere, man. Bro, I just look at it just like this. Life is like an obstacle course. You jumping over obstacles, ducking over hurdles, and whatever shit. I don't know what it is that we doing out here, man. Hanging for monkey bars, man. We over here trying our best, bro.
Yeah.
This is why I say every grown man or woman needs to silence. If you are upset that you see me placing ads on a video or, hawking ads that are way in the video, bro, come on, man. Get past that. Everybody out here trying to make a buck. It's not like I'm making millions of dollars. And I think people are all, you got like 50,000 subscribers, you should be making a ton of money. No, I shouldn't. It's based on a whole lot of things. Just because people watch your videos don't mean anything. You gotta go into a whole bunch of other categories. And the only thing that really hits real good is if your video goes viral. If people start watching, and you got people out there, watching the video. Yeah. I'm not trying to diss anybody, but I'm saying this is a business at the end of the day. Whatever I make here, I gotta pay taxes.
Happy birthday, America. This is the furniture you waited 250 years for. Genuine leather seats, lift storage,
pop-up sleeper.
Because nothing's more American than a sofa that's also a bed.
Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to help people save hundreds.
1, 2, 3.
Nailed it. Only pay for what you need.
Real talk. So, yeah, I'm gonna take all the criticism, people talking crazy. Yeah, I want to make this money. I want you to understand, this is real. This is a business. This is not Uncle Sam where, I think that they garnish their damn checks, you gotta understand. Sometimes they don't play with you with these garnishes. At one point, they were garnishing your whole damn check. Before the government stepped in, before the city stepped in, before the state stepped in and said, hey, bro, you can't do that. This person still got to get back and forth to work. If you take all the money, hell, they ain't gonna go to work because they can't go. Just like the child support was suspended people's driver's license, and the guy made a great point in court. He said, I work far away. He said, I need my car to get there. He said, it's not like I'm not paying the child support. He said, it's like each time that I turn around, y'all raising it up. And just to be honest, I can't afford all these prices out there. He said, but the thing is, I need the car to work. If you take the car, it cannot work. Now all of a sudden you want to put me in jail. And I was just listening to this man talking, and I'm like, man, you got a point. It's just like taking someone's house, because they pay, everything like that, because you mad, you want to do everything. So this guy got hit with a $20,000 child support bill. The kid passed away at 3. It was all over the damn news. Kid passed away at 3. They had no idea the kid passed away. Death certificate and everything. They said, well, he might still be, on the hook, for like the 3 years the child was alive. I'm like, wait, hold on. Dude, there's no call. If nothing was put against him, the kid is gone. The kid has been gone for a very long ass time. The kid been gone for 35 years. What are we doing? See, the government, man, then you come out to tell, I'm going to say, it was voter fraud and everything that we've been dealing with in society, because how is it that dead people can vote? You heard what I said. How is it that dead people can vote when the people that are alive can't vote? Make it make sense. But I want you to understand, the rich people can do whatever they want in this country, while the poor get to look around and, beg for scraps, bro. Make it make sense. But to later fact, I want you to understand, this is not me chastising anybody. This is me saying, we got a lot of work to do here. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Oh, New York Yankees, green brim, flat.
Shii Media, what's going on with the family? Hope everybody doing well and feeling well. Hey, check this out, man. Don't you feel like everybody burnt out? Everybody is literally having the same experience right now in life. Most people is having the same experience. Most people is facing the same challenges right now. You is not alone. So if you think you're the only one out here struggling, or you think you're the only one out here down bad, think again, because there's a lot of people out here that's facing the same problems. You got people getting addicted. You got people losing their jobs. You got people, man, getting put on child support. You got people getting divorces at a higher rate. You got a lot of people out here who don't have no answers for the way this economy is set up and the way this world is, the direction that this shit is going in. Everybody is under the same boat when it comes to these high-ass food prices, these high-ass gas prices, and we all got the same struggles, man. Real talk. And I'm hearing rich motherfuckers complain about this shit too. Everybody got struggles on the level that they on. So if you middle class, you got middle class struggles. If you upper class, you got upper class struggles. If you lower class, you got lower class struggles. But most people is literally experiencing the same thing right now when it comes to the way this economy is set up. So I want my people out there to stop being so hard on yourself and stop feeling like you're the only one, because you ain't the only one, you know, that's looking for a job. You ain't the only one that's on the verge of getting evicted. You ain't the only one that just got your car repossessed. You ain't the only one, my boy, that probably just, you know, got a notice in the mail that you was putting on child support. You ain't the only one that's battling, you know, with your, you know, your spouse and having relationship issues. When, like, everybody right now is going through some shit. Everybody. Some people know how to make that shit look good. Some people know how to make it obvious, but everybody is going through shit.
Yes, I follow.
You feel me? And I'm seeing people reaching their breaking point right now. You know, like, they feel like everybody burnt out, man. You can just see the look on people's faces. People is burnt out from the way this shit is set up.
Yeah.
People is burnt out, bro. And
Yeah.
people out of answers. It's like, what do? You try to go get a job, they hire you, and then they fire you within 2 months. What do? You try to go get a house, get a roof over your head, but you don't qualify because your credit score ain't high enough, or you don't make 3 times the rent. It's like, what do? It's like nothing is working. Nothing is working. Now, for a small few people, everything looks like it's going good, but for the majority, people out of answers. Like, literally, people is out of answers.
Appreciate the gifted, dude.
And people burnt out, man. I'm seeing people sleep in their cars. I'm seeing people. It's sad, bro. It's sad, dog. I'm seeing people, you know, go out into like the valley and live off grid and sleep in their campers. I'm seeing all kind of shit right now, bro. Bro, I'm seeing all kind of shit. Like, people is literally walking away from this society, and I can't blame them.
Say nothing in my chat.
People literally is giving
You gotta
up,
say something in my chat so I can give you a shout out.
and I cannot blame them, and I can't fault them for seeing the truth, for seeing the bigger picture, and for the, you know, for deciding to walk away from this shit, because it ain't. It's like, if you try to play the game that they set up, you only don't get but so far, because the cost of living is so high, it's overtaking the you know, the workspace, and you going to work, and you still got to put gas in your car when you go to work. You still got to get your oil changed, you got to get your tires changed. You know, you got to get the maintenance on your car, so that's a paycheck right there within itself. You know, most people got to commute to work, and people burnt out, man. Like, literally, people burnt out. People burnt out. And it's like, where do we go from here, man? Like, where the fuck do we go from here? As a society, as a people, as a nation, where do we go from here? Because nothing is working. The job market is shitty. That's looking bad for most people. You know what I mean? Like, tell the motherfuckers they can't make money illegally. You know what I mean? They you know. And I don't condone
appreciate that
sell
gift,
drugs
bro.
and nothing like that, but you lock people up for doing it that way.
You made me
That's
quick.
really the only way that some people got to make money is to do things that's illegal and against the system, but they don't want people doing it that way. And then you tell people to go to school and get an education, but when people do go to school and get an education,
now I can give you a shout out.
in all kinds of student loan debt that they barely can pay back.
Well, I thought I could.
You know,
Hold
people
on.
end up graduating from college with a degree that they'll never use because, you know, they're not needed in this day and age with certain things, especially, you know, the rise of this artificial
Dang, why won't
intelligence
let me
and
give
all
you a
this
shout out?
bullshit like that. it's like nothing is working.
They won't let me give you a shout out.
Nothing is working. And you can damn near feel a revolutionary war is about to pop off. You can damn near feel it's about to be some kind of revolutionary war.
Big W is on the gift this time. Big W.
Rightfully so. But the revolutionary war, it ain't gonna be citizens against citizens.
Knuckles, you could have been in here. It probably would have been you that got it.
That's gonna be the revolutionary war. See, most people think it's gonna be white versus black, or rich versus poor, or Asians versus Latinos. Nuh-uh. The revolutionary war is gonna be against the citizens and the government going at it. And that's why he's setting up shop when it comes to these ISIS, these ICE agents, and it comes to, the military, going to certain cities and communities.
Damn it.
They're doing this shit because they're preparing for a revolutionary war. See, the government already know what the fuck about to happen. And they don't mind going to war with the citizens of this nation because they want to have a reason to kill us off. They want to have an excuse to kill off the citizens of this nation. So that's why they're making this shit so hard on everybody, so tight, because they want to find a reason to create a revolutionary war so they can have an excuse to kill off millions of people, so they can take over the world like they're planning on doing. You feel me? And the sad part about this shit is that you can feel it, you can see it on people's faces. People burnt out, bro. People burnt out. People like, I'm one of them, you feel me? But I'm seeing a lot of other people that's just like me, bro. You can see it on their faces. People burnt out, bro. People tired as fuck. Jobs ain't paying enough. And then all the shit you gotta account for when you get your money from that job. You gotta pay rent. You gotta pay life insurance. You gotta pay health insurance. You gotta pay car note. You gotta pay light bill. You gotta pay water bill. You gotta get groceries in the house. You gotta provide for your kids if you got kids. That is a lot of shit for one paycheck. So literally before you even get your paycheck, your shit already spent on bills. Your shit already spent on your kids and your car, and you feel me, and like food and shit like that. Like you really can't even enjoy that shit, bro. That's the sad part about all this shit. And
okay, that's cool.
People have reached their breaking point, bro. Like I'm seeing so many people, dog, they just walking away from this shit, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them, man. I was watching the video yesterday where there was this place, I think it's in California, where everybody's meeting up at, and they setting up tents, they setting up campers, they pulling their pickup trucks out there. They got vans out there, and they living, in like a deserted area, and they not paying no bills. And there's thousands of people that's going out there to live in that area. It's somewhere in California. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a deserted area. It's off grid though, and everybody going out there with their campers and vans, propane tanks, generators, and they living out there for free. Now it ain't no stores out there, ain't no trees out there or nothing. It's literally in the middle of the desert. But a lot of people starting to move out their way, They tired of paying bills. They tired of going along with the system. And this shit, it's sad, bro, because this ain't no white or black issue. Like, this ain't just about white people or black people. This shit hitting everybody. The shit that's going on in the economy right now, it's hitting everybody, bro. Like, it is. It's hitting everybody. You feel me? And, the sad part about it is people who've been rich or middle class for all your life, they ain't gonna know how to adjust to this shit. See, black people, we've been through this shit our whole life. So it ain't easy for us to, it ain't hard for us to make a living. It ain't hard for us to survive. Because most black people, we've been dealing with this shit our whole life. But I feel real sorry for the people that's been rich, who've been sticking their nose up at people. I feel sorry for the upper class people who's going bankrupt, who got their businesses getting shut down, who's not making the money that they used to, and now they gotta get out here like everybody else and try to figure this shit out. Those are the people that's going through the worst because, you know, those are the people that's been rich for a long time. They don't know how
I fumbled the
they
bag.
don't know how to survive the struggle like black people or like Mexican people. See, one thing about Mexican people and black people and certain white people, we come from the struggle. We come from the trenches. We come from the hood. So this shit ain't nothing new to us. We know how to make ends meet and get by, you know, just having the bare minimum. We know how to do this shit, but everybody don't know how to do that. Because everybody don't come from the poverty areas of the society or of this nation. Some people come from wealth. Some people come from, you know, the upper class. And now that they dealing with this shit too, they in for a rude awakening because they don't know how to stretch shit like black people. Like black people, we know how to stretch our money. We know how to, you know, put some shit together and make some shit work to survive. Everybody know how to do that. And this is why people have nasty attitudes, people giving you disrespect, people giving you nasty attitudes, and people giving you that nasty kiss. It's because a lot of these people that was privileged, now they dealing with what we've been dealing with for 100 years.
Oh my God.
A lot of these people that's been privileged for so long, now they're dealing with the effects of the high cost of living, the increase of gas prices, the increase of food prices, and everything else. And that's why most people running around here crashing out. They got attitudes, you know, they're ready to kill you, and they're ready to rob you. And you gotta be careful, man, because everybody not used to being at the bottom. Everybody not used to dealing with a collapse in the economy. Everybody not used to dealing with what it's like to go through the struggle or to have challenges. Everybody not used to dealing with this shit. You know what I mean? So you definitely got to be careful out here. And people burnt out. People will do whatever right now, you feel what I'm saying, to get an extra couple of dollars. You feel me? Like, people burnt out. And nothing is working. Whether you try to go to school, whether you try to go get a job, and nothing working with it. Even if you try to sell drugs or take the illegal route, the money in the streets dry up. You feel me? For the most part, there ain't no real money in the streets no more. That shit dry up too. So the sad thing is, you know, it's like, where do we go from here?
Almost had you,
As a
Mr.
people, as a nation, where the fuck do we go from here? Like, people getting evicted right from left. And some people ain't getting evicted. Some people just walking away from that mortgage that they've been paying for 10 years or 20 years. Some people walking away from these high-ass housing prices on these apartments, so-called luxury apartments, condos, townhouses. Some people just decided not to pay that shit, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them at all. You feel me? Like, that's justifiable in my eyes, like, because it's interfering with your peace. Because you're trying to keep up with all this shit. And it's like nothing is working. You have no real income, sustainable income. Most people ain't got no real sustainable income, bro. Most people live in paycheck to paycheck, and they one bad incident away from going broke and losing everything. most people is one bad phone call or one incident away from losing everything, man. And it's like, the game is so rigged, bro. Like, that's why I'm so against this system, bro, because it just don't make no sense that even after you go to work and work all them hours, it don't make no sense to me that you have to put that paycheck into all this different shit just to maintain a certain lifestyle. You gotta pay for your rent, you gotta pay for your utilities, life insurance, car insurance, health insurance, all this shit. Like, damn, bro, like, and then you gotta account that the government is taking money out your paycheck, so they taxing you, food prices, gas prices. It's a tax on everything, you feel me? Literally taxing you before you even get your money, After you done working those 40 to 50 to 60 hours a week, the government get their money before you even touch your shit, you feel me? It's like,
Shit.
like, people are the answers, man. People are the answers. And this system ain't helping nobody, bro. This shit, let's keep it real, y'all. This shit ain't helping nobody. Even the people that think they got it and they think they kind of got some kind of leverage, this shit ain't helping nobody, bro.
Sure in the hell ain't.
If you really look at this system, this shit ain't helping nobody, because the people that made this system and that run this shit, they doing illegal shit to maintain their lifestyle. Most of the rich people, like the elites, they stealing from people. They create wars and, taking people land and taking people, property, and they doing illegal shit to stay afloat. So even the rich people, the people that's, the government, they not even living according to the rules of this system. Ain't that some crazy shit? The government is breaking every law in the law book. The government is not living according to the rules of this society. They breaking every law known to mankind and known to God. You feel me? And that's what makes it even worse, because it's like we living under a construct, or we living under a system that benefits nobody. The government don't even live by this shit. You feel me? They don't even live by this shit. They made it because they want the slaves to abide to a system that they don't even live under themselves, or they don't even abide to themselves. And yeah, man, most people burnt out and fed up. And you got a reason to feel fed up right now. You got a reason to feel pissed off. Now, don't go hurt nobody, don't go commit no crimes, but you do got a reason to feel pissed off right now. Because you was lied to, you was tricked, you was indoctrinated, and you was sold a dream. You was sold a dream, just like me. Just like me. And so, you ain't by yourself, you ain't in this shit by yourself, and you ain't the only one that have a valid excuse. To speak on the way the system is being ran, and speak on why you ain't where you want to be. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people can't even afford an apartment. It's a lot of people can't even get an apartment. It's thousands, if not millions of people can't even get an apartment. Fuck a house. It's people that can't even qualify to get a basic, simple apartment. If that don't make no sense, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like, it's sad, bro. Like, but we knew this shit was gonna happen. This shit gotta happen because the Matrix, this shit had to fall, man. And it's sad that it gotta fall like this. But hey, this shit was destined to come crumbling down. You know,
Good.
this shit was destined. Babylon was destined to come falling down and crumbling down. So, as we move forward, we gotta work with each other, man. We gotta learn how to talk to each other, and we gotta understand, man. We gotta adjust to the times that we headed in. We gotta learn how to adjust. It might be a lot of uncomfortable things you gotta get ready to do so you can be able to survive for you and your family. It might be time for you to start growing your own fruits and vegetables. It might be time for you to go out with having Jordans on your feet every other month. It might be time for you to give up and walk away from that job. It might be time that you learn how to get out there and build your own house. You feel me? Or get out there and hunt for your own food. Fish for your food. These are the times we headed into. I know it's very convenient to live in the matrix for certain reasons because we might have everything at our fingertips, and you can just order food from your phone. You can do a lot of it's easy right now, but that's what makes this shit so deceptive because the way it's set up, because it's designed to make you feel like that it's convenient, but really this shit ain't doing nothing but hurting you, and it's stripping you of all your power. It's stripping you of all your control that you have over your kids. It's stripping you over the control you have over yourself, and they make it easy in certain ways to get you to buy into the system, so you can really not even see that they really just taking your power, and you don't see what they're doing. But it's sad, and I want y'all to be careful out there, man. Like, there's people is in the crash dummy state. People want some crash dummy shit. You feel me? Literally. So y'all be careful out there, man. Keep your head up, man, and remember, you ain't the only one going through this shit. We all going through this shit. Rich, poor, black, white, we all going through this shit. Most people is going through it. You feel me? So, yeah, man, I just want y'all to keep y'all head up and stay focused and stay prayed up. Keep God first. You know what I'm talking about? Until next time, I'll holler at y'all later. God bless y'all. Peace. 100.
heard about this prediction market, Kalshi?
Yeah, lets you trade on anything from sports to opium.
Like the whole situation with Japan Studio, the whole situation with Concord, the whole situation with Blue Phone Studios. I mean, they let go of some of these studios. They just shut them down. They didn't even give them an opportunity to find their independence. Like Sony's even more cold-hearted towards their dream, you know? It's even worse, but like this whole physical games thing I think is really bad. Like it's all bad. Like there's no, it's all bad. It's all bad. It's none of it's good. But I don't recall Sony leading people to know, like to not know their fate over the course of like the F1 or over the course of the F1. Like that's something that, like I said, if Jason Schreier is correct about that, which I think that he is, that is awful. Just fire them, give them their severance, and let them go away. You know, like they're still like pondering which people they're gonna let go. Like this is, like I said, terrible. I guess they don't know, otherwise they would have fired him, right? They don't know, so that's terrible. You should have figured it all out. Let's see. How much time have you played Metal Gear Solid 5? Collection coming out soon. Any bets on the film release Metal Gear Solid 5 for modern consoles? I think, yeah, they'll do Metal Gear Solid 5 in a new collection. They'll probably do Metal Gear Solid 5, and they'll do Metal Gear Solid, the one that nobody liked. Not Metal Gear Solid. I forgot what the other is, but they'll do one. They'll probably do both of them combined, maybe make some tweaks to that one. So... you ever eaten a whole jar of peanut butter in one sitting? No, I'm not stupid. So no, I wouldn't do anything with that. Because that would probably kill me. Something that dumb. Let's see, Nintendo trolled Sony because of the way they did. I don't recall Nintendo trolling Sony. What was the troll from Nintendo this time? It was like Sony and Microsoft had more layoffs. They've got games. They absolutely had more layoffs than games, if that is correct. Over the course of the generation, over the course of the last few years, yeah, they actually have had more. In terms of first party stuff, they definitely they've had more layoffs and stuff than games. Absolutely. What's up, the cool guy? Welcome, man. Sort of shuffle over on Twitch says, makes me glad I haven't supported Microsoft since the 360 days. They've been fumbling for a really long time now. Yeah, it's been bad. Eventually they need to acknowledge that the Game Pass needs to go because the studios don't have the sales instead of do better anymore. Well, here's what I think. They have 30 million subscribers, right? Which is probably going to be less now. But they have 30 million subscribers. Shout out to Brian Wynn, they have a subscription. But I think what they're going to do is that they're going to try to go at it again, but with a focus and passion, right? Now that you don't have, Double Fine, you don't have Ninja Dare, you don't have all these obviously, failing companies attached to your hip. You could just say Game Pass is now more valuable because it's just going to have like Halo, it's just going to have like, all the big games, Halo, Fallout, all that, and then you're going to refocus your efforts on that Minecraft and see if you can make it work from there. But I mean, yeah, I think it's a bad idea. I think what they should do is they should get back to selling games and then making Game Pass more like, PS Plus. They should just slowly transition to that and then lower the cost of it. Just lower the cost of it, lower the cost of it. Just slowly get it to where it's like, maybe like $100 for like the premium tier, and you get like one hit, or you get like a few first-party games or something like that. Or after some time, they add them. But new releases probably shouldn't be a thing if you plan on having regular new releases. I know it sounds like I'm being anti-consumer with that with Game Pass, but it's really more of like the companies need revenue. You need revenue. You can't just rely on Game Pass. Game Pass, is not a reliable thing. You need to pay people for the work. You know what I'm saying? Game Pass is not enough because the game's cost too much. Game Pass works maybe. Game Pass would have worked like in the 6th generation. Xbox generation, it might have worked in that generation. Because where game development was cheaper. But in today's generation, like where you have like these really expensive games, it's hard to really make Game Pass work. That's why I said on the Spawncast many times that they're going to be increasing the price of Game Pass because it's too cheap for what they're offering because their games cost too much. Like you have, Starfield, or you have these games that come out and they take 6 to 8 years to make and all that. They're triple A games, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's on Game Pass for your $1 a month or something for your discounted Game Pass that you get. That's not a good idea. You're going to end up going bankrupt or not making any money. That's what happens. So, hey, what's up, John Mott? I'm guessing, George, you're talking about they haven't had exclusive like a real one, not on PC, right? Yeah, it's been a while. Instead of doing troll Sony, at least not potentially, oh, they just happened to drop a Mario Wonder tweet about the elephant. Oh, yeah. TikTok Sony dropped a nuke to kill physicals. Okay, and then I made a tweet saying something in the needs to be addressed. Okay, yeah, that was just a scheduled post. I don't think they even meant to do that. They just were advertising their Mario Wonder randomly, you know. That game's doing pretty well, so I think they were just advertising Mario Wonder, you know, just like silly little posts. Because, what's it called? Dropped a video too, Bethesda, you know, they dropped that, you know, physical cartridge video the same day. So people were like, oh, I was like, people were trying to say, oh, what's this? They're trying to troll. I'm like, no, these were scheduled posts, guys. These weren't something that they were trying to troll them. But it seems that way, though. It definitely seems that way. Oh, man. Did you see the Domino troll Sony with fake announcement that they do digital pizzas? Yeah, I did see that. Domino's been trolling Sony and been trolling Microsoft for like a while now. Domino's UK, we should say. I think they're trying to get Wendy's back in the day. It's not looking good for Marvel Blade. Yeah, not right now. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens with that game. CBH says, should have kept Xbox Live model with free games every month. Yeah, like, they should have just done that. What they should have just done was like, okay, if you buy Xbox Live, you get like some games. Like PS Plus, right? They should have just, and then sell games, you know? Just
31% of Brits will go vegan this summer. Don't become some statistic.
And then, yeah, just not selling games. Then also, like, the whole Xbox One situation was just cash stock. And then the whole, you know, we got a product for you, the Xbox 360, and like that. And then on top of it, you know, just that whole E3 announcement was just disastrous for the whole forcing to connect. Like, they overextended, and it didn't work out for them, you know. Overextended big time. Let's see here. Yeah, the Wii post, that was good. Yeah, it was really good timing. It was really good timing. It was just random, you know. Xbox is done, and so is Sony. GTA 6 will leave it around. Most people will constantly just wait for PC. I mean, I don't know. I think GTA 6 is going to be really well. I'm not sure why they're not going to do that. Mr. S, do you think that Zelda movie will be a flop and make the movie industry collapse? No. Zelda movie should be good. It won't be a flop. I mean, it should be decently enough. I mean, I don't know if it's going to do $1 billion, but I mean, it should be, you know, $500 million, half a billion, minimum. I would think, you know, the lowest you're going to get $4 million, you know, dollars. But I think it's going to do pretty well. And I don't think if the let's just say the Zelda movie does well, it would crash the whole industry because it's a video game movie. It's based off a video game. It's not based off, you know, it's not like an Odyssey or it's not like, you know, Lord of the Rings or something like that. It's not like traditional, you know, sex when it comes to the movie industry. It's a movie based on a video game, which they separate. You know, the movie industry separates those. Let's see. So it looks like stock kill games actually use the kill games for kill games as the movement and advocates for consumer ownership. They should reach down and pushing for an all digital future. I didn't see anything about that. I think myself, not too much. Massive says trolling Sony two different ways. I don't know if they actually intentionally tried to troll Sony in different ways, but yeah, you can let me know about that. What are you talking about? Both GitHub and Xbox is dumping on it, and they're owned by MS. Oh, okay, well, okay, GitHub. If Microsoft and Sony messing up, they're not going to be lasting long for a while. I think that if they don't play this generation right, they're definitely going to have a very tough generation right. I think this is going to be the most difficult generation to wait, you know. Coming up here. What's up, Ultra? Welcome. He said, please read. Just try it again, man. And I got you.
Chat, look at this. Chat, look at this, chat. No.
Your birthday in 7 days. Okay, you gotta switch to yes. You gotta tag me. Also, you can't say please read. You didn't even tag me. So I mean, if you want me to read it, you gotta type in player essence at the very minimum. But if I miss that, you can't. You gotta retype it again. So I'm looking at that are tagging me. So you gotta tag me, I guess so. But yeah, shout out to the kids. You gotta switch. But yeah, just say player essence. You know, and I'll player essence and I'll try to read your message. But I mean, I do read people's messages that don't tag me. But I mean, you know, you tag me. Let's see here. But shout out, I appreciate you being here. Let's see here. Gears of War E-Day being a console exclusive is on live and you can play it on Steam machine.
Well, I mean, they said console exclusive, but the Steam Machine is a PC. That's built on the console, but it's still a PC. All of a sudden, the pricing for Final Fantasy 8 is blowing right unhinged because it's a niche game coming out of a busy month with cheaper releases like you know. Well, I mean, you can get the game for 70 and you can get the game for 70 on the eShop. So, I mean, I don't know what he's talking about. If you want it for 70, by the way, Fire Emblem 3 Houses sold 5 million plus copies. I'm not sure all of it is that, but it sold 5 million. So if you can ship up is done with Sony and Xbox.
Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 live on Fox 1, June 11th.
Lord, please do not let these type of friends ever find my black son. Back this heartbreaking update on Nolan Wells' case. So they're saying they were searching and 18-year-old Nolan Wells on Horn Island, Mississippi, his body has been recovered. So they don't know exactly if it's him. They are waiting for like the identification. But Nolan's mother later shared that her son had passed away. So the official cause of death and the full circumstances surrounding what actually happened have not yet been released. But it better not be nothing with blood force trauma, all these different things, then somebody's gonna have to answer for that shit. And when I tell you the fact that these boys are still saying they don't know what happened, they don't know where he was, they don't know nothing. Like, how do you not know anything? And my question is, was they drinking? Was they high? Was they smoking? Like, what was actually going on? Because this is ridiculous. But please keep Nolan's family and his loved ones and your parents during this crazy time. Lord, please do not let these type of friends ever.
Now, according to the mother, Nolan Wells, her son is deceased. Now, they have found the body, but of course, we don't know if it's Nolan yet. But I think we all know it happened. This 4th of July is very, very eerie. There was a lot of mass shootings that took place on the 4th of July. It was 400 racist, white supremacists marching in D.C. who happened to be wearing masks and intimidating black people, surrounding them on trains and so forth. And now, you have this situation where Nolan happened to be friends with a whole lot of Caucasian people. And for whatever reason, they went to Horn Island in Mississippi, by the way. You know, we got a whole lot of racially charged crimes being committed in Mississippi in the last month or so. And I truly believe that Nolan was blood sacrificed on his death. The white supremacists got away with a lot of quote-unquote Independence Day. They got away with a whole lot. And the fact that this happened on Horn Island, the devil's is showing their horns. The devil's showing their horns. And y'all gotta understand there's a lot of coded messages in some of the stories that we're seeing. Now, this is truly sad. You know, Nolan was a football star. And, you know, they're going after the super talent. You know, just like they went after Carmelo Anthony, railroaded Carmelo Anthony, another track star, another athlete, a young, promising future star, taken out once again. And I think we know what happened. We're going to talk a little bit about that.
I'm not buying the we thought he caught another ride BS. I'm not doing it. He came with y'all, he should have left with y'all. Y'all also had his phone too, so make that make sense. Plus here comes people saying, oh, it's not about race. No, but it is. Why is it the fact that the one black team that went out with a whole bunch of white boys is the only one to show up deceased? Y'all not gonna like this one, but being the only black person in a group full of white people or whatever the race is not always the smartest or safest choice. For these white friends of his to say that they don't know what happened to him and they can't remember is a little off-putting. They were not looking out for their so-called friend, and it shows. Hence why I'm not believing anything that they're saying. I'm not buying anything that they're saying. Noah should have been able to go home safely just like his friends got to go home safely. Prayers out to Noah's family. I hope they get all the answers that they need because Lord knows in these type of scenarios, they don't always get the answers. These type of cases always just get brushed over. I'm not buying the
Now we know that teenagers like to document everything. Why on earth would Noah leave his phone with his friends? Friends, we put that in quotations. Why on earth would Noah do such a thing? Makes absolutely no sense. They had his phone, but they didn't know where he was at. They don't know what happened to him, but they had his phone. Right. Listen, I'm going to let you know this right now. And we're not going to be able to confirm what I'm about to say because, like the sister said, these type of cases often get swept under the rug. But what I want to say is that those so-called friends that Noah was with were devils. And I truly believe that this is a race-specific situation, that he was lured out onto that island where they conducted a ritual, a satanic ritual. Because at the end of the day, that's who these individuals are. They're Satanists. And I need my melanated people to understand something. This is... I'm talking about culturally way different than you. Y'all gotta understand some of these kids here, these teenagers, they're raised in certain households. And I'm gonna be honest, this era that we're in right now, this white supremacy era that we're in right now, listen, I'm at the point where I'd rather my children go to a public school in the hood. They're more safe there. They're more safe among their own people in the inner city. Listen, if Carmelo Anthony was in a predominantly black school around his own people, he would have never been in the situation he was in. The suburbs or the rural areas are beginning to be way too dangerous. Because Esau has literally created a generation of vipers. And it's a shame that Nolan, was unable to go home. It's really a shame.
They absolutely killed that boy. We all know they did. And you see, the crazy thing is, even without bringing race into it yet, we know for a fact that kids become evil as fuck when they are jealous. You put all those teenagers on a secluded island or a secluded beach with no adult supervision, underage drinking, and girls, jealousy is inevitable. Fighting is inevitable. And then when they are caught fighting, they will look you dead in your face and say, I tripped. I fell. That's how quickly teenagers lie to adults' faces to cover up their own act. Now, to bring race into it, it's about an 80% chance that they're about to sweep this under the rug. One of those white boys' fathers is going to pay off the police and tell them to sweep this under the rug and call it an accident to protect all those white boys from going to prison. That's exactly what's about to happen. I give about an 80% chance. Because you know where else this looks familiar? Toma Horser, who mysteriously turned up dead, surrounded by her white friends at a sleepover. Or Trey Reed, being found hung from a tree on a predominantly white college campus where he was conveniently found where none of the cameras would have saw him, and we're disgusted all the same. And we're supposed to celebrate this country, right? We're supposed to say that racism is over and to just get over racism, right? Oh, and just an FYI, if any of y'all are in my comment section victim blaming this kid, you're blocked.
I can tell you this right now. They all got this story together. It ain't no telling what happened. I mean, more than
likely it was jealous. More than likely it was over some females. More than likely it was a situation that went out of control, and they came together and said, look, we don't know what happened. And they feel comfortable lying because they know that they do know that they have the skin color to pretty much win. And they know that whatever they tell the adults, whatever they tell the police, they know it's going to get swept under the rug. They know that they're going to have a favorable outcome. Think about it, July 4th, you know, and this is racist Mississippi. They like, look, boys, be careful what you tell us in here. And I'm gonna tell you, the police will be working with them. That's how racist it is. Yeah, they got that white privilege, you know that. The police will be working with them. Like, listen, you don't have to say anything. You don't know where he was at, right? You don't know. He just left. Somebody said someone will talk. Listen, they got the complexion for the protection. Nobody's going to talk because if they were going to talk, they would have talked already. That's what I believe. Hebrew care. They were instructed by adults. I believe that. And that's the whole mentality they had. Boys will be boys. You know, things got out of hand. At least they're looking at least our boys came back home. This is how these things play out, y'all. That's how white supremacy works. That's how this stuff plays out.
Lord, lead. I'm praying for the best, but we all know what time it is. In the black household, is always when we come together, we lead together. But a lot of these households ain't built or raised on the integrity moral standpoint that we were raised on. So y'all gotta be careful when y'all send y'all black kids out with other races. This is Nolan. Nolan is now missing since July 4th. He went on a boat with this group of white friends of his, and now he is missing. They had his phone. The boat driver did not want to hand over Nolan's phone. That's suspicious. But yeah, Nolan is now missing, and nobody knows any fucking thing. His friends don't know nothing. His friends are all safe back at home with their mommies and daddies, but Nolan is missing. I just want to throw that out there. If we come together, we lead together. Praying for the best, but we all know what time it is. Y'all got to stop sending y'all's kids out with these other races. They not like us. They not like us. But if you have any information, this happened in Mississippi, if you have any information, the mom is asking that you reach out to the police department, and I'll put the number on the screen.
And you know, it's interesting that the person driving the boat did not want to give over the phone. That's very interesting. Perhaps that adult know what happened. But see, they all under one accord. And I want y'all to pay attention to something. The young lady right here eloquently just said, you know, don't have your kids hanging out with these other races. Don't be the token. The irony of that is, if the shoe was on the other foot, meaning if it was, let's say, all black teenagers with one token white kid, we're gonna look out for the white kid. Nothing's gonna happen. We can't hang out with this white kid on an island if he don't come back home. He can't be last spotted with a group of 3 black teenagers. He can't be spotted with us on an island. We hanging out, we take him out there, and he don't come back home. Oh hell! Do you know what America would do to us? Do you know what happened to those 3 black teenagers that didn't bring one of their own back home? The National Guard is coming, SWAT is coming, the FBI. Listen, the FBI is getting involved. houses are going to shake, heads are going to roll. Look, if we're in that situation, we want to make sure he's safe. We want to make sure, no, man, we can't go back home. Man, white boy ain't coming back home with us. But see, white privilege don't have that same type of view. They know that they're covered.
So this is not the update I wanted to give, but a body has been found during the search for Nolan Xavier Letters. So how are you his quote-unquote friends, right?
Yeah.
He's the only black kid in your entire group, and y'all managed to not know anything. Y'all managed to return without him, and y'all all don't know what happened. And they're saying that Nolan left with a girl. He's the girl. Where's the girl at? And on top of that, as a young 18-year-old teenager, he left his phone. On top of all of that, people are saying don't bring race into the subject, but understand there's a pattern related to race in the subject. And there's something that needs to be said. There is this weird group of black people in America that they are so hell-bent on not seeming like a victim, and they seeming sensitive, and seeming like they're trying to highlight race all the time, that they will actively and willingly put themselves, their children's life, in danger, trying to be in proximity to whiteness, without warning your children, especially in the South, living in the South, that there are dangers of being the only token black person in an all-white friend group, because tokens will always get spit. Not realizing that the person who is trying to make you a victim, don't you think that they will tell you that you're being too sensitive, and that you should highlight these things, and that you shouldn't say nothing about something that they are doing to you as well? Guys, what do you think has happened? Like, comment, repost, share, let's spread the message.
I believe Nolan was sacrificed to create more racial tension for the race war. Somebody in the comment section said we might need a race war. I'm tired of this issue. Well, hey, we're gonna get it. The race war is coming. These people, they ready. They down to scrap. It's just not gonna turn out the way they think it's gonna turn out. And we gotta stop desiring to have white proximity. We truly do. You know, there's a lot of envy that goes on. The people are not your people. It is what it is. You're safer amongst your own. Matter of fact, the scriptures tell us that in the final days, people will gravitate to their own land, to their own people, to their own tribes. And that's just what it gotta be. I'm not saying that you can't have humility and that you cannot have people that you are cool with, things of that nature. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is when you prioritize, you know, white approval and white acceptance, and your whole life is geared towards, oh, I got to get my children to this school. You know, like they used to do in the civil rights era, when it was just like they felt good about getting their children out of the hood school into a white school because you feel like you're making waves or you're opening doors of opportunity for your people. No. You're actually more so endangering your own family. You know, let them be segregated. Let's have a little segregation. I was more so with Malcolm X than Martin Luther King on that. It's just, you know, we're just not meant to be among them people like that and just be singled out. You know, it just doesn't work. And you know, this is a sad situation. I'm very disheartened by this story because I know it's a good chance that they're actually going to get away. That's what's so troublesome about it.
Body was found this morning. I don't know if you guys have been following this case out of Mississippi. 18-year-old Nolan Wells went out on a boat celebrating 4th of July with friends. Never made it back. His friends made it back. There's been confusion about who last saw Nolan. Two boys, Warren and Wyatt, said that Nolan was last seen with Katie. Katie's the girl he met that day. Katie says that her and Nolan went their separate ways. Jackson County Sheriff says that they recovered the body early this morning around the western tip of Horn Island, which is where Nolan was last seen. Of course, the person that they found is pending identity confirmation from the coroner's office. The sheriff did say that they've been in touch with Nolan's family this morning as well. Obviously, as we get more information, once they confirm his identity and possibly preliminary cause of death, any other details, I'll keep you guys posted. Body was found this morning.
I believe they purposely got Nova out there on the 4th of July in Horn Island. Something happened on the 4th of July where all suspected white supremacists and white supremacists, something flipped. And they just started wilding out. A bunch of mass pow-pows shooting up, one guy, he was trying to shoot up a church. You had that march down in D.C. It's like white America flipped a switch that day. And I believe they got him out there in plans. I wouldn't be surprised if they found out that no one was poisoned, perhaps, or he drowned, or he was thrown off that boat. Because why was one of the people said that the person driving the boat had the phone? Now, why is that? So it's a lot of questions. It's a lot of questions. And this needs to be federal investigation. But unfortunately, Nolan doesn't have the skin color to warrant that in this country.
All right, y'all, this is very important. If you were on Horn Island this 4th of July, you may know something that could help solve this missing persons case. So we have 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells. He disappeared on July 4th while visiting Horn Island in Mississippi. Investigators say he was last seen around 3 in the afternoon wearing blue swim trunks, sunglasses, and no shirt. Since then, there has been no confirmed sign of this young man. Right now, multiple agencies are searching the actual island and the surrounding waters. The Coast Guard, local deputies, marine officials, and volunteer search teams are all working together. But Nolan still has not been found yet. And authorities also say that they cannot confirm whether or not he ever even left the island. So Nolan, just so you know, he stands at 6'1", he's about 180 pounds, and he was getting ready to play football at Southwest Mississippi Community College. And his family is desperately hoping for some semblance of anything, any kind of answers. Investigators are asking anyone who was on Horn Island that day to think back. Did you see Nolan? Did you take photos, videos, anything, even the smallest detail could help establish his last known movements? So please, help get Nolan's face out there and his story in front of as many people as possible, because someone may have that one small piece of information that could actually bring him back home. So
let's please get some likes up on the video, ladies and gentlemen. Share this stream everywhere, because the more attention we can get on this particular broadcast, the better. I believe they threw him off that boat. I think they got him far enough away from the shore, and they was like, "Hey, N-word, we ain't got you out here. Go ahead and swim." That's what they did, knowing that he couldn't make it. That's what they did. Allegedly. Real janky stuff, man. You gotta be careful who you call your friend. You gotta be careful. Anna Sir says they know what happened, I'm sure. He looks to have been having a good time until exactly.
Hi, I'm Ed. Needless to say what I need department, where we hand cut meat fresh every day in the store. Our skilled butcher will help you pick the best cuts for your family. Our family pack to give you a variety of protein at a budget-friendly price. If you can't find your preferred cut, just ask. Leave a sailor by your side, keeping the prices low.
Well, that it wasn't no point of staying on the island looking for Noah, because normally that would be your reaction. Your homeboy, the person you came with, anybody you came with, is missing. You're not leaving that island. You're like, hold on, where's Noah? Where is he? You're going to be asking the locals of the island. You're going to be asking, you're going to call the police and wait for the police to get there. Till you find out where the hell your friend is at. You don't just get back on a boat and go home. Well, we couldn't find him. And then the question is, they found the body, right? See, this is why I believe there's some collusion involved. They found the body, but it's taken a while for them to find out who it is. Who else's body is it? Is black children, is black teenagers just floating around the damn Mississippi? You know what the news is doing? The media is buying time. They sacrifice that bit. The media is buying time. How many black teenagers are just floating in the damn river? And you know why they buying time? To get their story straight. Yeah, that's definitely enemy behavior. You don't just leave the island with your homeboy missing. He was never a friend. Don't be a grandparent. What do I mean by a grandparent? Don't be the only token Negro being around these folks. Don't be trying to be like them when you're not. Now, I'm the type of person I can mingle with everyone, but I'll be there. If I let a group of these people take me on an island, nah, I'm sorry. On a secluded island, I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. Ain't no way. 4 of my white buddies call me up and say, look, it's 4th of July, and we're gonna get on a boat and we're gonna go to Horn Island. I'm good. And Chad, Dawson, Edgar, y'all got it. I'm not gonna be on no island with y'all. You know y'all reputation with islands? No. I don't like it. Y'all in some island, a secluded island, that don't sound like. I saw Oswald shit. Not Oswald shit, what's that one jump? I saw Blink twice. No, I seen Get Out. I seen Blink twice. SP Valley comes to mind. No, I'm good. I'm sorry. But see, but when you are raised in those environments, you really begin to think you're one of them, that they don't see skin color. See, there's a lot of suspected white supremacists that say we don't see skin color. That's a damn lie. They're trained to say that. And you know, they're so crafty with these setups. They'll set up theater on our people. They'll act like they down with it. They'll set up a scenario where one of them will step in and defend your name. And so you really think those are your friends? And they only did that, they set up a play so you can trust them. And now you trust them, and now they're inviting you places. They're making you feel accepted. They're inviting you to the frat parties and all that. No, they be playing stuff. They crafty. There's some cunning little devils. Yeah, they'll literally, listen, these people will literally set up a scene like a movie just for you to trust him. Yeah, never mind him, dude. He's whack for that, man. Hey, man, what's your name? My name's Charles, by the way. Whole time. Whole time we're trying to get you on a damn island.
Now, I plan to come on here and tell y'all about just how black of a weekend I had here at Essence Fest, but I can't do that because yet again the black community is hit with another tragedy that doesn't make sense. This is 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells, who went missing at Horn Island in Mississippi while celebrating the 4th of July weekend with these 3 friends. Now, a body was found on Monday, but the identity of the body has not been confirmed. But let me tell you this, we do not want to hear that this is another case of a self-unaliving. Not in Mississippi, and not on the 4th of July weekend. We're not buying that. Now, authorities are saying that the last time he was seen was with a girl, but there's no further detail on what the girl looked like or the girl's identity. Now, I've also searched high and low to see where the statements are from the 3 friends he was with, and I've not been able to find anything from them. That, to me, is concerning and questionable, because if you went on a trip with 3 friends for the 4th of July weekend, if it were my friend, I would be asking questions, speaking out, searching, doing all the things, and I've not heard anything of that sort from those 3 friends. Now, his mother says that obviously her and her husband have been worried sick, and they've not been feeling good, and they just want their son to come home and walk through the door, and they're asking for any information or any help that anyone can provide. But I'm praying for this family because this is getting out of control, and again, we don't want to hear that it was a self-unaliving. We're tired of that narrative. Now, I plan to come on here and tell y'all about just how black of a weekend.
So one of the other commentators earlier said that the parents confirmed he was deceased. That's not true, which makes sense that they haven't confirmed because, they haven't confirmed his body yet from the body that they found. But, I think it's pretty obvious what happened. I think it's pretty obvious what happened. And I know they're waiting for their son to walk through the door, but more than likely that won't be happening. Somebody said they found him unalive. No, the news is playing some janky games right now. They're playing real janky games. They did not find him. Allegedly, they said they found a body. They haven't confirmed it. They have to run more tests. It's more than likely him unless you just got black teenagers floating all over the rivers in Mississippi. So it's just not looking good. It's not looking good at all. And see, I believe it's a sacrifice because this 4th of July has been very strange. And they want racial tension. They want a race war. And it's a lot that happened on the 4th of July.
So now they have found 18-year-old Nolan Wills' body after he went missing July 4 while he was out with his friends.
So we're getting mixed messages. Some people say they found him. We know it's no way they found. But I'm wondering why they haven't came with his cause of death yet. Hopefully that happens during the broadcast and we can get his cause of death. That will help a lot.
I'm not the only one that remembers Miss Tamla over in Georgia, Miss Horsford, the black lady that went to her friend's house for a girls' night and an adult sleepover, and the very next day they found her body right outside the house, and nobody at the sleepover knew what happened to Miss Tamla to this day. The Forsyth, Georgia Sheriff Department ruled it accidental. Yeah, y'all remember that? You see, because our bodies are disposable to these people. And I would love to see that they investigate what happened to Nolan. He had his whole life ahead of him, and somebody, just like somebody at that sleepover knew what happened, somebody knows what happened to him. Right. I can play those type of games with my friends. Whether we are going to brunch or across the world to Bali, whether we are going to the club or to a concert, we came together, we lead together. That's law. I hope you all understand what this means, because I do. So now they have found 18-year-old Nolan Wills.
Yeah, we come together, we leave together. You don't just leave. You just don't leave no island